Earlier this week in a VIP Mastermind group that I run, there was a member, David, and he said that this one thing changed everything for him. And so I want to talk about what that was. I also want to cut in here into this video, the video of him talking about that. And this discussion came about because this was a successful motocross racer earlier in his life, and he had all kinds of fire in his belly at that point. He would work all day long. He would go to classes in the evening. He would come back, work out, then work on his motorcycle, and then he would go to bed at 12 or 1, and he'd get up and get to work at 7 and do it all over again. And he said he loved it, and he was just really driven to do it. And so we talked about what's the difference a few years later now with him doing business acquisition versus that person, and where did that person go? And so there were some health issues that he had to deal with, and he did successfully. And he said he really didn't know. So we gave more thought to that. And one of the things we talked about along the way was just social media and how destructive social media can be. Things like ChatGPT can be a tremendously valuable tool. But there is a tendency, and the people that run these companies are good when it comes to human behavior and psychology and getting you to engage in their platforms. It just is. So I would ask you, when you're doing this, and if you want to do this task, it's one thing that's really helped a lot of people. Just do a daily time log. It doesn't have to be super detailed, but got up at this time, worked out, got dressed, looked at emails, whatever it is, looked at YouTube, looked at Facebook, and just write down what those times are, start and stop times. Many people find that they've spent hours doing that. And when they look back, not only do they find that, but they generally find that there's a lot of things that they didn't even need to do, or maybe somebody else could do, and they gain time. But one of the things that I think is really a pivotal takeaway from social media is when you scroll, when you have those distractions, think about when you're done. Am I better or am I worse? Did I learn anything that can help me do this thing that presumably is important, which is, in this case, business acquisition? If it didn't, why are you doing it? I had another person yesterday in a group say, well, I know that wasn't the right way to do it, and I shouldn't have done it. Well, then why do you do it? That's worth asking that question. But back to David, I want to cut this piece in, let you listen to it, and then look at what you do and see whether or not looking at your social media, looking at your YouTubes, looking at your distractions, looking at your interaction with your phone is something that is helping you or hurting you. And if it's not doing a help of what you're doing, then why are you doing it? At least limit it. Better yet, eliminate it. Just like the people around you that are supporting you, great. The people that want to bring you down, why associate with them? And that can go across a lot of spectrum. So let's listen to what David had to say, and I hope that it helps you with what you're doing.
In a lot better mentality and mindset these past couple of weeks. And one thing in regard to the insights for this week is over the weekend, it really hit me. I was, looking at everything and how much of an impact it's had on me to delete all of these social media apps. It's my attention span is coming back. I can focus on things now. And one thing over the weekend, I was laying in bed and it just hit me, and I'm really embarrassed, but it hit me. Why the fuck am I doing anything else other than what moves the needle? Why am I not here 18 hours a day? And aside from shower, eating, working out, etc. But so that's really sunk in. And so this week I've already started to implement that, getting rid of just anything and every distraction, anything that my mind wants to do, you know, chase women, video games, whatever. It's all
Mhm.
just being pushed out. And so that's good. And
Good.
then,
Yeah, that is good. You know, we'll see. We'll see in terms of the upcoming generation. But I think it's going to be reasonably scary to see how social media has impacted this generation. I mean, all you have to do is walk down the street, and everyone has their phone, and everyone is paying attention to what's on their phone. What celebrity did what, and and none of that is inwardly focused on what do I want to accomplish, and am I working it?
yeah,
And you watch what happens with AI, Chat GPT, where now they don't even leave their room and they talk to a girlfriend or boyfriend that's, artificial. You
yeah,
know, it's, it, there's, there are good uses for it, but it has a lot of downside. It has a lot of
exactly. Yeah.
downside.
And I never noticed it until I stepped back from it. And actually, when TikTok got big a few years ago, my hypothesis was I wonder if our attention spans are going to get shorter, and not just TikTok. I mean, shorts, reels, all the short form
Yep.
content, and it really has shortened our attention
Yeah.
span. Like I said last week, I got to where I couldn't even waiting at a red light in my car. I'd want to bring out my phone and
Yeah.
just flip through, and it was a subconscious thing. So now that
Yeah.
I've deleted it all, for the first couple of weeks, I noticed myself opening my phone and then the apps aren't there, and then I'm going, wait, what was I doing? And so it really dawned on me now that's getting erased, and so it's a huge help, and that's
Oh,
one
that's
thing
good. That's good. Well, the guys that run those companies and the psychologists and behavioral scientists are good at what they do. Um, it doesn't happen to me very often, but I'm not immune to that. Is that if I get in my vehicle and leave my phone at home, which I do occasionally, and that the screen comes up and says, unable to connect, unable to connect to my phone. Good God, what am I going to do? Even if I'm driving 10 miles and then I'll come back. So yeah, we're trained. We're trained, certainly.
so
Yeah.
that's definitely good.
Okay. For me and for David, that was an epiphany. That's changed what he's done. I hope that sticks. I think it will. I'll follow that in this weekly VIP Mastermind. If you have interested in learning about what we do in a mastermind, go over to brucewhipple.com and the details are there. But eliminating distractions and specifically social media and how you interact with your phone would be a game changer for a lot of people.